So, hello. Um, I don't think I ever properly introduced myself in any of the videos I did so far. Oh my goodness. I'm Gayle. Um, I am 42 years old. I am pregnant with my first baby. Oh, I got to be this age and never had a baby, never even been pregnant, no miscarriages, no abortions, nothing. Probably I said it in a previous video. But anyway, we will not dwell on the past, we'll talk about the future. So I am a full-time student. I'm doing a master's degree in education with a view to a master's in literacy. So I'm planning on doing 2 master's degrees. Because what I really want to do is literacy, but I can't be a literacy coach in New York State or any of the states I checked, because I checked with Connecticut State, I checked with Georgia, and I believe I checked with Delaware. And I would have to have initial certification before I can get into literacy. And for some of them, it's initial certification and 3 years of teaching. So that's fine. I'll do what I have to do. I majored in speech pathology and then I switched to doing my master's in education, in literacy really, because I think of it as me doing a master's in literacy, because education is just a stepping stone, except I feel like being a teacher has its pluses, because schools are on break right now for spring, and then so my neighbors were making noise, I had to pause the video. So school is on break now for spring, and they were on break just the other day for winter break. And then in another 2 months or less, they'll be on break for summer. And summer breaks I would especially look forward to, because I'd love to go overseas and teach English if I can, even to volunteer, because I wanted to go abroad and live and teach English, but I don't know how viable that's going to be when I'm trying to conduct business in New York, because I do hope to still continue with my side hustle. So I am Gayle, and my clothing line, I have a clothing line called GewelbyGayle. If I could find my label, I would show it. Let me pause this. So I was saying I have a clothing line called GewelbyGayle, and it is on hold right now. This is my label. Yeah, that's my label. I love it. It's very simple. It's black and gold, and it just says GewelbyGayle. So I have a clothing line which is on hold right now, because I custom make clothes for people. I started in 2015 summer, and it was doing really good. A lot of people ordered from me. As a matter of fact, I don't think I had a slow moment, and if I did have like a little bit of a slow period, all I had to do was post something new on Facebook and everybody wanted one. So that was doing pretty good. Hopefully by the time I'm ready to start up again, I haven't lost my following. But yeah, so GewelbyGayle clothing on Facebook. It has its own page. I don't even know the Facebook, like the URL or whatever you call it. I don't know, but I bought a domain name the other day, and I paid for web hosting for our website, where I'll hopefully start my boutique, because when I revive my GewelbyGayle clothing line, I'm going to I'm not going to take orders anymore. Orders is too exhausting. Everybody wants something different, and every day you have to go fabric hunting for somebody, and you have to buy this and buy that, and it's too much. Like the time I was out buying fabric, I could be home sewing, and then you buy 5 yards of a fabric, but then somebody's like, "Oh, I want a different color. Can you get me something with orange?" And I'm like, so anyway, it's a lot. So I decided to like not do the whole take orders anymore. I might take orders because I have some really loyal people which I really appreciate. So maybe for a few people, but I have an idea for a line of like spring and summer dresses. That's what I really like, and I was hoping I would have enough time from school that I could focus on doing that for spring and summer 2017, but it didn't work out. So, and then when I get back to sewing, well, when I get back to GewelbyGayle clothing, I think I'm gonna think about outsourcing. I'm gonna think about pattern making and instructional videos where I can reach a mass market without having to do too much work, because sewing individual garments takes a lot of time. It's a lot of work. So yeah. And then I have another business that I have a license for, which I'll talk about another time. And then me being the busybody that I am, jack of all trade and master of none, I started thinking that I want to be a reading tutor, because I'm going to be a literacy coach anyway, and I'm studying education now, and I'm taking out the literacy classes, and I feel like I can help tutor kids in reading on the weekend. So that's something I thought about starting. So I set up my page on Instagram. Oh, my Instagram page is Jewel2, and my literacy page is grammaticallyG, GrammaticallyG, grammaticallyG. That is my Instagram page. Jewel2 is my GewelbyGayle clothing page. And then, as if that was not enough, I have a travel group. And my travel group is called Just Go Already, because that was me. Like, I've wanted to travel. Like, I love travel, and that's probably part of the reason I didn't want to have a baby early on. Well, kinda. Because I wanted to live. I wanted to travel and live and explore and enjoy different cultures and eat crap, and, you know, and by crap I mean like scorpions and whatever is exotic in other cultures. But I didn't travel much when I was younger. I went to like, I took like 3 trips in my 20s, and then by the time I got to my 30s, I had moved to America. I was stationary, no green card, blah blah blah, and eventually I started school, and then school put a damper on everything. Okay, I had to pause. Now I'm back. So yeah, for a long time I wanted to travel and I couldn't get to, and then I started school and school got in the way, and I was like, and then when I was ready to travel, I didn't have anybody to travel with. And I'd ask friends, and they'd be like, no, I can't afford that trip. And I couldn't afford the trip either, but I would have squeezed one out, because when I want to make something happen, I make it happen. So I would ask friends, and they'd be like, no, we can't. And then I got into a relationship, and I wanted to travel. And I was the only one in the relationship who wanted to travel. And I was like, no, this is ruining my life. So I was like, ah. And then I discovered this group for solo travelers. And I was like, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. And so I started thinking of a name for my travel group, because, oh, no, the travel group started before I found out about solo traveling. So I started a group in 2015 because I said I would find like-minded people who enjoy travel and would just travel just for the sake of travel. Like, people be like, why are you going to that country? And I'm like, because it's there. Hello. So I always forget what I'm saying. This think she's gonna be smart because she's already taking some of my brain cells. Um, yeah, I'd be like, because the country's there, that's why I'm going. So what's there? I'm gonna go find out what's there. That's the whole point. But anyway, so I was like, what should I name this? I named it the travel group, and it was travel group for like a year and a half. Well, it was a travel group for like 2 years because in 2017 I was like, you know what? Solo travel is where it's at, and I'm gonna be a solo traveler. I was like, yep, that's it. And I was like, just go already. Just go already. Stop talking about it. Stop trying to get people to go with you. Just shut the hell up and go already. And that was the name of my travel group. On Instagram, though, somebody already took the name, because every time you come up with a creative name on Instagram, somebody has it. And when you check their account, they don't have one single picture, but they've taken the name. So I had to name it Oh Just Go Already on Instagram. So it's OH Just Go Already. That's what is on Instagram. Since I've revived the group in 2017, I've added a whole lot of new members, and they're active members on the group, but not a lot of trips yet, which is quite fine. The group is going to be there for a long time. There's no hurry. I took a trip in January because I wanted somewhere close by, somewhere quick, somewhere I didn't need a visa to go to, because I don't have an American passport yet. I'm going to work on that. If I had time, I'll be filling the application, but I don't have the time. But anyway, this video is getting too long. So this is a quick introduction, a bio. I'm exhausted from talking. Right, so I have a lot of new members in the group, and it's more active now. People post pictures from their trips or whatever. We haven't had a meetup yet, but we will. And then I took a trip in January to go somewhere close, but I had to study because I was taking a class in winter, and it was a condensed class, so it's really hectic. So I had to go away, but I also had to write my papers and submit them. So I'd be sitting on a park bench, picking up Wi-Fi from a restaurant and writing my essay and submitting it. That was a trip. Another time I'll talk about that trip. See what I did there? But yeah, I submitted my papers. I knocked out a 10-page paper sitting outside of a cafe, piggybacking on their signal, and I submitted. I didn't get a grade for it, but I thought it was a pretty good paper. I went to the internet cafe the day to do it, and the internet cafe was closed, and I ended up submitting the paper late because I had to do it on my tablet. I was like, writing a 10-page paper and editing it and making sure it's APA style on a tablet on a park bench is not fun. But anyway, I did it and I handed the paper in. But now I'm ready to take a trip for my birthday, and I don't know how I'm going to pull it off, because May classes end at the end of May, like in the 20s, like 22, 23, 24, and then its summer classes start June 2nd, and my birthday is June 8th, and I want to take a trip to Ireland. Mostly Ireland is where I want to go mostly, but right now pretty much I'll take a trip to anywhere the fare is affordable. And I actually found a trip the other day on Norwegian. In another video I'll talk about how I found this trip on Norwegian, which is less than $400. But I'll talk about it another time, because this video is already 14 minutes long. So I started by saying, hey, I'm Gayle. I am one of my mother's 3 daughters. I am having a baby. I am a graduate student in education. I graduated. I have a degree in speech pathology. I graduated summa cum laude, and even right now I'm supposed to do a photo shoot again on the 24th, because a paper at my school is featuring me because I'm outstanding, or my performance was outstanding. I don't, if it doesn't have any money attached to it, or it doesn't have a job attached to it, I really don't think about that stuff, but they care about it. So, you know, I'm gonna humor them. The photograph, they did one for me like 2-3 years ago, and that photograph is so old, so they wanted to upgrade it and do a new photograph, so I have a show to do for them. This semester is kicking my ass. I think I've gotten so dumb, and I don't even know how I was graduating with a 4.0, well, a 3.97 by the time I took that expository writing class, because that shit kicked my ass. So 3.97 GPA. Right now this semester is killing me. I have no idea what is happening right now, but I can't wait for it to be over so I can take on June, because I think June is going to be a lot better, and I have a class in July. But anyway, that's it for this video. It's already past 15 minutes, so auf Wiedersehen. That's goodbye in German. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, that's probably gonna be a thing I do. I say goodbye in a different language at the end of every video, just to show how badly I want to travel. So that was German.